distinction between astronomy and astrology can already be seen in the first millennium BCE. Millennium. Astronomical, what does that say? Ephemeres were
Uh,
mathematical and predictive, not symbolic.
yep.
Ooh, that sounds deep.
It does. It does. Let's see if it's in the book. He's got them big words. Let's see. Those big words should be in the book, right?
I would hope so. I
So
mean, we gotta find one.
at least one. You
You got
know.
me rooting for you now. God dang, I just you let AI do you dirty, bro. So we got the book here. It's called The History and Practices of Ancient Astronomy, and it is by James Evans. That's who it's written by. Um, so let's just look for some words here. This
Let's
is
do let's do astronomical em,
ephemeral.
emer,
Ephemeral. What
em,
is
em, let's see, ephemerides. Let's say that's what that is. I probably butchered it.
that? Ooh, it's already stopping me.
So ephemerides is EPHEMERIDS. Okay. All right. So
It's
yeah,
no Sasaki.
it's not taking
You know what
that.
that means in English? I mean, in English it means it's not here. No Sasaki. It's no doesn't. It's just not there. Maybe I can take astronomical out. Is this
Yeah. Let's
long
let's
as word in there? Just this word
yeah.
by
Let's do
itself? Ooh, it's in there.
ephemerides.
It's in there 10 times, yo.
Okay, so maybe we got a little bit of luck here. Maybe it's not just astronomical. Maybe it's just astronomy. Let's see. Okay, so you have in Babylonian mathematical astronomy, there are two important classes of text: ephemerides and procedure text. No, that's not the quote.
Right. What was the quote again? The quote
The
is
quote is in
astronomical
Mesopotamia.
ephemeриdes were
Okay,
mathematical and predictive.
not symbolic. That's the second half.
So this is something about
Oh, there's
minor
another one.
principles. Mm,
Thus, the most of the progress is understanding the theory had come from the close study of the ephemerides, the rules of computation inferred from an inferimus is no, that's not there. Okay, thus multiple. No, that's not it. Where is astronomical?
right. Astronomical ephemeриdes were mathematical and predictive.
Yeah, I'm not even seeing mathematical and predictors. It's looking bad. Like ephemerides is in here, so
10 times.
you know, I got
Mm, mm. We all the way back here.
all the way
Oh,
back to the
man.
sources for the footnotes.
Guess
Still
what, buddy? It's no, that's a key. ¿Por qué no?
So I think that's another AI kind of saw a fancy word and said, "Hey, let's put this in the quote," but it's not there.
Hmm.
It's not there. Yep, I'm seeing only a few distinctions here.
There's three distinctions. None of them say the distinction between astronomy and astrology, though. This says by blurring the distinction in order to streamline the analysis. This is talking about retrograde. Ptolemy, as an Alexandrian, had the distinction of being amongst the most southerly of all the astronomers in the Greek tradition. And he identifies the two causes that necessitate this distinction: the obliquity of the ecliptic and the solar eccentricity. So, um, sir, once again, and I mean once again, this top one don't exist. It's not in the book. It's
Nope.
not in the book. We have went through This is the sixth slide of yours, and we have only found half a quote on one slide. Terrible. This is terrible. Y'all, as much shit that y'all was talking about, people not reading, and for me to not find anything yet of yours that's real. What are we talking about here? Like, what is going on? Did you say something to me ever? Can you? What do we have this book? What's the next book?
Yep, that
The
we were
Exact
just in
Sciences
that book.
into Antiquity. Oh Lord. Oh, why they got the book? I know you probably hate libraries at this point. Like, oh my goodness, they're just tearing my stuff up.
This
And
is
and
bad.
in, and in,
This is really bad.
for it to be so many, you didn't think it was gonna be this many, did you, Tim?
No, no, not at all.
A couple of
There's
misquotes.
there's
Okay,
just more and more and more.
the
Like
entire presentation of misquotes is crazy.
It's clear that mathematical astronomy, as it developed in the Seleucid period, had no need for astrological interpretation. It was a self contained scientific system. And that's, we just went through uh, Neusebauer, a book of the exact sciences of antiquity, volume 2. So uh, I'm looking here for the word the Seleucid, and I see it in here a few times.
Get out and boom, there we go.
All right, so his quote. I'm gonna pull up his quote here. It says, "It is clear that mathematical astronomy, as it developed in the Seleucid period, had no need for astrological interpretation. It was a self-contained scientific system." Well, you have 18 versions, 18 copies of that word in the book. Let's
Yeah.
see if any of those are in the scope.
Oh, well, we got in this period. So we got this sentence. The only difference. Okay. It says the wait, this appears, however, in both mathematical and astronomical cuneiform texts of the Seleucid period, as we shall see in later examples.
So that almost fit, but not quite, because he said mathematical astronomy, but we're not talking about. He didn't talk about cuneiform text in the quote, so that doesn't count.
Yeah, he's trying to say that what? That it had no need for astrological interpretation.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
self-contained. He says. He said self-contained without quotations. That sounds like it would be in quotations.
Nevertheless, the sexagismal notation is rarely applied with the strictness with which it appears in the cuneiform text of the Seleucid period in Mesopotamia.
Nah.
That's not that it. So, what's this say? The reciprocals of the irregular numbers appear abbreviated to 3 or 4 places only, but the real expansion came in the Seleucid period. Mm-mm. Um, it is clear that mathematical astrology, as it's developed in the Seleucid period, had no need. Okay, so that's his thing. This is saying, this is confirmed by many other examples of the use of and problem texts of the same age, as well as from the Seleucid period. That's not it either. Which show an inference from Saturn, the Seleucid period. That's not it either. Then, before entering the discussion of the Seleucid period, a few remarks about our source material and its provenance will be necessary. That's not it either. Wait, hold on. I'm like, I almost saw mathematical and astronaut, but that's not even. They don't say that. Dang.
No, no, we got it.
Because much more accurate methods were known in the Seleucid period, it is plausible to assume no. The number of available astronomical tablets from the Seleucid period is not at all large. Look, there's that word ephemerides again.
Yep.
Man. Oh man, this is just it's like when are you going to get a quote correct? Both these ancestors are known from colophons or other tablets of the Seleucid period. 12. Once again, tablets of the Seleucid period. Jake. Okay, this not even a quote. So
Eclipses. No, that's not it.
the eclipses during, namely by careful investigation of the latitude. No, boy,
We
this
down
is
to the
a
last four,
source,
y'all. We
right? Hellenistic astronomy to the Babylonian methods of the Seleucid period.
all right. We got two more.
Uh,
Okay, that's astronomy.
only for the Seleucid period in Mesopotamia. Wait, as we explained in chapter 5, almost all documents concerning astrology in Mesopotamia belong to the same period.
Hmm. All right.
Oh,
These last two, it looks like this one
one of
ain't
the
it.
criteria is the arrangement of the planets in the cuneiform text in the Seleucid period. The standard arrangement is Jupiter, Venus. What? No, that's not on here. Last one. Cedric, we're rooting for you, buddy. Ah, it didn't
Not
happen. The
horoscopes.
remaining cuneiform horoscopes belong to the Seleucid period. This is
Ah,
crazy.
dang it.
This is real crazy.
Again,
The
I
fake
think it's one of those
source.
words where AI is like, look, I see this here. Let me make something up real quick.
This entire time, my guy. And this is just a disclaimer for all of those out there. I am not debating this topic. This is not about the topic. It's not about the debate. It's not about who won or lost. That's done. That's over with, right? What this is about is the fact that this man who wrote these out and presented them said, I and Hemi and Mel and Tiff and everybody that's a barbarian don't read. And had the audacity to drop one of these slides in a group and tell us to read it and understand it. And when we went to the source he put on it and read it, we found discrepancies. There were problems. And so therefore we had to go look at the rest of them. And now look at what we find. An entire slideshow of issues of
So,
pseudo quotes.
yeah,
So we're just gonna keep going.